It is hard being a friend. It's really hard being a friend. You try to do the best you can for your people, for the people in your circle. But I mean, realistically, it's only so much you can do. And that's the sad part. That's what hurts me when, I try to give my friends advice. And I'm going to give sound advice because everything I do is objectionably. You know what I mean? I'm looking at it from a third party perspective. I'm looking at it from the outside looking in. And so I'm going to be completely objective. And, you try to give your friends good advice, but when you see them not taking your advice and you see them going down a path, that's definitely going to lead to the path of doom, gloom, and destruction. There's really nothing you can do. And I'm going through another one of these situations now. Like, we cool, we friends. I'm not going to say we the tightest friends, but we friends. And I see this person headed down the wrong path. I don't think she handles death very well. And since her people done died, things are kind of starting to go out of control to where, she snapped off on me about some motherfucking gas money and shit, which I always chip in gas money. I had to nip that shit in the bud, but I mean, it shouldn't even come to that. And, like the Bible say, you don't have to believe in the Bible. You know what I mean? I don't believe the Bible in its entirety due to the people who translated it. But that's another conversation for another day. But basically, there's a passage in the Bible that says there are friends who are with you for a season. There are friends with you for more seasons, right? As you grow older, you gain friends, you lose friends. Like, all the people I grew up with is gone. None of them niggas live here for real. At least the ones that I used to rock with heavy, they all out of state now. Nah, man, so you grow, you change, you gain new friends, and then these friends start doing some old stupid ass shit. And what really pains me is, like me being your younger brother, if you older than me, I really shouldn't be dropping knowledge on you like that. You know what I mean? It come to a certain point where you gotta grow the fuck up and start making better life decisions. But I mean, I really shouldn't be the one giving you all this information. But maybe it's because I have an old soul. Maybe it's because I choose to work through my problems and I can help people work through theirs. But most people don't want to work with their problem. You know what I mean? And then it comes to a point in time where you have to cut people off. It ain't nothing to cut that bitch off. You gotta cut some of your friends off. I had a friend of mine. And, I'm always riding hard for my friends because that's what I do. I'm a friend. I'm going to be there thick and thin. I'm going to help you out as best as I can. But I had a friend. I gave this nigga advice on exactly what to do, how to do it, how to play the whole situation. And he didn't listen. And last time I talked to him, he was sleeping on his sister's couch. And he was trying to get a job at Taco Bell. And after that, I was like, oh, okay. Haven't called him since, haven't heard from him. Know what I mean? And I see this new situation kind of going down the same path. You're doing too much. You're doing way too much. Whatever it is, you got to deal with it. You know what I mean? Chew it up, swallow it, use it for food, use it for fuel, and keep going. We all got problems. I got problems. You got problems. But it's all in how you deal with your problems. And like I say, you try to help your friend see some things, but it seems like they don't want to see it. And thus, you got to cut them strings and just let them do what they do. Sucks it has to be that way, but I guess that's the only way it's gonna be because I mean at the end of the day you gotta do what's best for you. And friend or no friend, it comes to a point where you gotta cut them apron strings. That's why a lot of these grown ass men and women is fucked up now. Because people enabled them. You can't be an enabler. You can't be somebody's crutch. That's part of the reason why me and my most recent ex broke up, because there was a person in her life who was her crutch and she was her crutch. And, they both each other's crutches. They lean on each other together with both of their darkness and all their foolishness. And I guess they happy now or not. I don't really give a fuck, but I'm sure in a couple more months she'll be on to the next one. Both of them each are the security blankets, and a person can't grow if you steady enabling them. If you steady doing everything for them, the person can't grow. At some point, you got to kick the bird out the nest. All right, little niggas, time to fly. Bloop. That's what birds do. They kick their babies out the nest, and if you fly, you survive. If you don't fly, well, you just gonna fall to your death. Hey, it is what it is. But, that's the way it has to be. It comes to a certain point in time as parents, especially mothers and their sons, they like to breastfeed their sons until the day they die. And I'm not literally talking about breastfeeding. Talking about figuratively, like washing his clothes, cooking his meals, doing everything for him, talking to his girlfriends for him, all type of shit. And then you wonder why the nigga grown and acting like a big ass baby. Because you enabled him. And I say that to say this about the friends, as much as I want to be a friend of somebody. You know what I mean? Like, if we rock together, I'm going to rock with you thick and thin. I'm going to try to help you as best as I can. If I got $2 in my pocket, shit, you might get the last one of them. Or maybe I'll take them $2 and turn it into $4 so we both can have $2. But, it's come to a certain point in time, you just got to let go. Let it go. Because they going to do what they going to do, and you going to do what you going to do, and I can't have people dragging me down with their foolishness. I got too much I want to do. I got too much I need to do. I got too much I'm going to do. And when you stay with people who just want to wallow in all their sorrow and they pity and their miserable life, you can't do nothing with them. Not saying this particular case is that, but I do see her kind of going down the path of destruction. But like I say, that's on her. If you choose to do that, ain't nothing I can do. It'll hurt for a little while, but trust me, I've lost friends closer to her. You got to cut cancer, right? What do they do? You got breast cancer, what do? Cut them tits off, right? Some women choose to get chemo. Some do the healthy, organic way of getting rid of, cancer. But people are a cancer. Their infections will spread. That's family and friends included. People are a cancer. And at a certain point, you got to cut that cancer. You got to cut them off. So you can use that spot to regrow new relationships. You can't grow new relationships if you still trying to water and fertilize the old defunct relationships. That's it. That's all I wanted to say, man. Just had some things on my mind. It really hurts my heart to see a person who I consider a friend losing. That's essentially what you're doing. You losing. You losing. And it's only going to get worse. And it pains me to not be able to help him, but I mean, I can only do so much. I am glad to see that one of my friends took my advice. So happy. Make me feel good. Not only for me, but majority for you. If you a friend, if you really a friend, you want to see your friends doing good. I ain't talking about no snake in the grass ass niggas who plotting on you behind your back, trying to fuck your bitch and, you know what I'm saying, move up in your trap. I'm talking about real, genuine friends, bro. People who care about you and you care about them. Talk to the homie, the nigga who used to stay with me. Come to find out he done with his wife, but fun to be ex-wife, done. Finally, I guess a light finally clicked on in his head, and it's like, hallelujah. You know, what was that, the cartoons where you see the light coming down from the heavens and the skies open up and this beautiful heavenly light just comes into you and the angels start singing and birds is chirping and shit and the sun is shining and you finally realize this nigga finally took my advice. Yay. Yay. I'm ecstatic. I'm shitting bricks. I'm happy because now this nigga can move on with his life. You can't move on with your life if you still wallowing in old relationships. So it's nice to see that he cut that off. She's still tripping, but he out of that situation. So he trying to focus on bettering himself instead of running behind his wife, which is good. Absolutely wonderful. The nigga even kept his car. I say, bruh, I know you did not give your wife the caddy. Fuck no, I ain't give her the caddy, man. She can get another one. Bruh, that's what I've been trying to tell you, bro. I'm so happy that you did not give her the car. She can't drive. She better catch the bus since she wrecked the car. You shouldn't have sympathy on her. You see what she on. She want to play games. You cool this minute, next minute you not cool. And now, she really tripping. Because all the attention that she was getting from him and the money and shit, trying to be a husband, I understand the man trying to work it out. But now she mad that this nigga ain't fucking with her no more, that he ain't giving her the attention. Right on. So, yes, there are positives and negatives to being a friend. And I mean, it's just a constant roller coaster. I mean, you have your ups, you have your downs, you lose friends, you gain friends. You lose family members, you gain family members. You know, and that's only speaking from personal experience because there's been quite a few people I've had to cut off. You know, even as a child, when my old dude used to get the trip and I used to cut him off. I went talk to him 6 months, a year, 2 years, 3 years. This was an ongoing process for years. I wouldn't speak to him because I felt he was out of line, so I would cut him off. Luckily, I haven't had to do that. But I have had to sit down and have conversations with him. Look, if you bring this subject up one more time, I will cut you off and think that I'm big enough to do it because I am. And then people start to realize like, oh, well, he's not playing. Well, damn, let me step back and take an evaluation of myself and see what I got going on. And that's go with the bed. I'm not saying everything's going to be perfect because it never is. But, you know what I mean? You just got to take the good with the bad. And if it gets too bad to the point where you need a parachute and the plane going down, sometimes you got to grab that last parachute. Hey, I'll holler at you. I can't help you no more. I got to abandon ship. I got to hop in the life raft. so I can get to safety. You can stay on the sinking ship if you want to, but me personally, I'm getting the fuck out of here so I can continue to do more things. I want to live. That's pretty much what it is. I want to live. I want to live a good life. I want to live a positive life. I want to do big things. I want to make lots of money. I want to bang even harder on the system of white supremacy. I want to employ other black men and women. You know what I mean? And you can't do that, or I should say, I can't do that, but you as well. But I can't do that fucking around with somebody who don't want to be helped, because that's time, energy, and effort that I can be used putting into something else. So, hey, it is what it is. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? It's hard being a friend. It's hard. But to see that someone finally got it right is all worth it. If I touch one person, it's all worth it. If I do 1,000 videos and I touch one person, then I've made a difference. Now, personally, I'd be like, well, that's kind of sad. I want to touch more people, but it is what it is. But, hey, that's why I do it. I do it to bring awareness, to help people out. I'm a natural giver. I'm a natural helper. I want to see people do good. I don't want to see nobody suffering out here. Hell, if I was in power, I damn sure wouldn't be worried about making $6 billion a year while my workers is working minimum wage jobs and shit. I wouldn't do that. But I mean, that's just the type of person I am. I want to see everybody win. Well, almost everybody. There are a few people who I don't want to see win, and that's because they don't want to win themselves. And last time I checked, that nigga was locked up. So, goes to show you. Just goes to show you. Some people don't want nothing. So, I guess that's off topic, off subject, whatever. Just ranting at the end of this video. 18 minutes. Hey, whatever. I'll holler at you guys.